So Ronnie, I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
This guy.
Where'd you go?
I went on a cruise, which
that's right.
we talked about.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
And
because I wasn't there.
Yeah. If you remember that little short I did. What's black and white and red all over?
I remember it.
I don't know. But I'm going on a cruise.
It was funny. People liked it.
Yeah, no, that felt bad. I really felt bad because you weren't going. I felt like I was putting, I didn't feel that bad. Anyways, we are headed home from work.
On the road again.
On the road again.
Always on the road.
Yeah. This is our on the road again episodes.
We're coming the other direction now.
Yeah. I'm going out. We're coming back. We put in a Starlink, the new version 3 today. New Ubiquity Dream Wall. And going back on Wednesday to finish up the job, add some phones. Interesting.
Hook up some computers.
I'm going to talk about something really interesting.
What's that?
Right after this, but I'm Ronnie Tofty.
And I'm Adam Ogan. Wait a second.
Wait.
We had that wrong.
Sorry. Reverse. Back up. I'm Adam Ogan.
And I'm Ronnie Tofty.
And this is 5 Acre Tech. So, I forgot somebody today. And you saw it happen. So we met with this lady on this job, and extremely nice. We're going to love working with them and her. And I went to ask for her in front of her today, and she goes, I am me. I'm like, oops. So how do you get to that point? Is it technology of overworking yourself? Is it just you met the person once and you're talking to the person, you think there's somebody else?
Lots of emails to someone without seeing their face.
Yep. And it could be that. I've never done that before. Quite embarrassing. She took it real good. I appreciate that. And but there's got to be a better way to remember something, especially at our age. I'm over 55. Ronnie's over 55. We're getting there. So how do you remember somebody's face? I don't know. But that will never happen again as far as I'm concerned. So to you, you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name. I know you know who I am, but do I still know who you are? I don't know. We'll find out on Wednesday.
You're not going to forget now.
No, I won't. But we'll get off that subject.
Yes.
Well, Apple has a couple things that have come out. I don't remember what article. I heard this on the Tech Guys, and I went to read the article for myself, and basically their full self-driving car project they're working on that they're really not working on is basically rumored to be no longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're not going to do it?
Nope.
Or they put it on hold? Are they canceled it?
I think they canceled it.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they canceled it, put it on hold. You know how these things go.
Yeah,
it's all rumors.
Exactly.
It's all rumors. Nobody knows really the truth. But one thing they were talking about is their self-driving cars weren't going to have steering wheels. They were,
steering wheel.
No steering wheel.
Oh.
They were just going to be a car that can drive by itself.
Oh,
and the rumor was out at one point that Kia was going to build them. So that was part of a rumor that went out a while back. So
that would be a bold step to go from where we are right now, which is people kind of getting frustrated with the driverless thing, to having no control. That's a big leap, but it would have been cool. I mean, if they could have done it safely.
I think we're stuck. at a point where they can't go any further. That's what I think. Maybe somebody has got there yet. But it seems like we're at level 2.5, 3. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Of full self-driving or automated driving. You know, we're going to have to just see what happens in the future. I know Tesla's taken a lot of, you know, beating over it in the media, and it's media.
I
You
seen
know,
it.
I take my hats off to anybody trying to do this. It's incredible.
I seen some student developed a car. What I say, 1,200 miles. It'll
Yeah.
go an EV car that'll go 1,200 miles on an engine. So
Yeah, an electric
there's these
motor.
kids out there in school, in colleges that are coming up with, you know, they're taking Elon Musk's idea and going
Yeah.
the next step. And who knows where some guy might come up with the technology that needed to, some engineer to do driverless that'll be safe.
Yeah.
But maybe not. It might be a psychosomatic thing where the people are just like, I need to know that I can grab a wheel at any moment, you know?
Yeah, I think that's going to have to be there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Until this is really working well. I think, you know, you can say, hey, yeah, we're going to get there. But if you're not there until you get there, you can't. It's a little scary. I mean, owning a Tesla myself, I mean, I'm a firm believer in Tesla is going to try to do it, but it's tough. It's a big job for them. It takes a lot of money. And I think everybody's going to keep on. I mean, like I've said before, this Ford 2021 F450 Lariat, it's got some automation. You know, I can let go of the steering wheel for a second or two. It does have Blue Cruise. I don't know if that's fully released or not. I still haven't looked it up. I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm not on that kind of highway very long. I'm on an interstate right now, but very little am I on an interstate. So
yeah,
I don't think it's going to do me any good to purchase anything extra for that. I would love to have it. I'm going to have this truck for a while, but you know, if it's, you know, it's not going to cost me anything, you know.
yeah.
But if it
it's
is,
free, but yeah,
I'll just hold off until a little while longer. I got to try it out. It's really awesome, but a little scary sometimes.
Yeah.
So we kind of talked about where we're going with the podcast and everything. We're going to keep it going on the podcast network or networks that you're all listening to. I've had some feedback from some of our listeners. One friend of mine, Luke, and thank you, Luke. Come see me. I got something for you for give me your thoughts about it. You know, but a lot of people are in the car. I listen to podcasts when I'm in the car. I enjoy them. So does Ronnie.
People want us to keep doing the podcast thing, so we're going to keep doing the podcast thing.
We're going to keep doing it. We're not going to stop. That's where this video will come from. And anything we show in the video extra, we'll try to commentary on it or pull it out of the podcast so it doesn't get confusing. But mostly we're going to keep it 100%. And that's just the way to go. So that's going to be pretty awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And talking about technology. So
our navigator's talking to us.
Yeah. I'm going to turn the volume down because I can't turn it off. I'm going to have to reset the whole thing in order to turn it off. And if I do that, it's going to reset us.
Nah,
so
just turn the mic.
It's all part of what's going on right now using, whatever the CarPlay, Apple CarPlay. So quite interesting. But so I've got a tip.
An iPhone tip?
I've got an iPhone tip.
What's that?
So if you've ever wanted to take a picture of the whole web page, you know, doing a screenshot of the whole web page, and you don't know how to do this, where basically the picture, instead of being just the screen of your phone, it is going to be a little button when you do the screenshot. You look, it's not even a button. It's a section right at the top of after you take the screenshot. You want it, basically it allows you to save the whole page or just what's on the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
So you hit that and you save it. And then now you got this whole long web page.
That's cool.
It could be big. It's going to be small. You're going to have to zoom in, but yeah, you can do it. Don't worry about it. We'll let it come out.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be, it's interesting if you don't know about that.
Yeah.
Um,
Good little tip for iPhone users.
Yeah, so look for that.
I got a tip for Android.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I mean, we've talked about it before. So the idea here is, guys, is we're trying to come up with some tips for your phone. So I've talked about it before, but since we have so many new listeners, I figured I'd say it again.
Okay.
For Android, it's a cool thing that very few people know about it. Anyone that has an Android phone that I've showed this to gets really, really excited. And actually, Apple phone users get excited too because they can't do it. But I can share Android or Samsung. I can share my battery. If I have over 30% of my battery, I can share it with an Apple or another Samsung user.
Wait a minute.
So
through a cable?
No, not through a cable.
Through wireless charging?
Yes. So we put our phones back to back. I turn it on. I turn the feature on my phone, and the Apple phone doesn't have to have anything, or the other phone doesn't have to have anything. And I just set my phone on there, and I turn it 90 degrees parallel, so it looks like a cross. Yep. And it starts sharing, and my phone will go beep, and starts letting you know wireless sharing is on. And it's pretty cool for, I have some friends who they use their phones so much, they're constantly, and I'm kind of one of these ADD guys. I plug in my phone all the time.
Yeah.
If I have 60% on my battery life, I'm freaking out, So I'm constantly sharing my battery with all these friends who are. Oh,
that's awesome. That's a good tip.
I think it's a great feature. I'm sure Apple at some point
for an Android phone, that's actually really great. Yeah, you knew I was going there. How long did that take?
Yeah.
Don't be jealous. For that.
Don't be jealous because we got something you don't.
That is a great feature. It is. It is a super feature.
Mm-hmm.
So on the cruise ship I was on, all my friends were sitting at the table every night eating dinner together, and there was probably 25, 30 of us, and we were outnumbered by Android phones.
Really?
Yes. So then I realized at one point, all of the Apple people were mostly at the same table, and all of the Android people were at a different table.
Oh, really? You were segregated.
We're segregated by who knows? We don't know why it happened. It was kind of funny, and I kept watching it, and it kept happening. And we're all close by; we can all talk to each other. But it was pretty funny.
Sort of magnetic force that was
drawing it was a force together. Of some sort. A force of personality.
Are we ever going to give anything away?
Oh, we keep talking about it.
I know. They're going to be like, yeah, right. You're just trying to dangle a carrot in front of us.
I think that carrot's been bit off too many times. So yes.
Promise?
We are giving something away. Okay. We showed you the last episode, and we apologize for not having a podcast last week with me being on the cruise, Ronnie being sick. And the internet wasn't that great. And I'll talk about that also aboard the cruise ship. It just didn't happen. So we apologize for that. Now we're going to continue. Yes, we have a giveaway. What we showed you last week, I believe, whatever it was, and it will be on the description, what we're giving away. But it's going to be an Amazon Echo, a light bulb, smart light bulb, and I believe it was a Blink camera, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Blink camera. So we're giving all those three things away. All you have to do is go to YouTube, read the description, and it will tell you what to do. Like, subscribe, if you're already liked and subscribed.
Comment
on what you would like to see on the next video or videos coming up. That's what we did last time.
Yeah.
We're going to do the same thing this time.
Be creative, guys. Don't just say blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, give us some good stuff. We've talked about a lot of things. We've added some things to it. One of the things we're going to add this podcast is the 2 tips we did, Apple tips and Android tips. So we're going to add that on every week.
Keep going with that feature for a while.
Yeah.
See how it works.
Yeah, see how it works.
And maybe you have a tip that you want us to share with everyone.
Yeah.
From one of those.
Yeah, if you got a tip that you want to share, go ahead and do it.
Put the comments in there.
Put the comment in and give us a tip. Matter of fact, that would be great. Yeah. You either give us a tip or what you'd like to see. Either one. Yep. We'll accept either one. And whoever gets that, we'll put it in the randomizer, and it will randomly pick of those people who are going to win, and we'll go from there.
Cool. I like it.
So Apple has done another thing, and you reminded me.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
They have done something over in Europe where they're going to allow the ability to have a different app store be able to connect.
And I read this article just now. It was because of a lawsuit from Epic. Did you realize that?
No, I did not.
Yeah,
I didn't get to read everything. Yeah. I know you did.
So Epic was kind of suing them for what you just said, which is having a monopoly on their Play Store. And they weren't happy about it. So to solve that problem, only in Europe though at this point, they're going to allow another store to sell iPhone apps. And they're still going to be secure. That's what they promise.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So they kind of got their hands forced a little bit, and that's kind of cool. I don't know why it's just Europe and not United States. They didn't really mention that piece other than the lawsuit. So stay tuned. Maybe it'll come to the United States.
Yeah.
I don't know if it matters. Does it matter much? I mean, what's the big deal?
I don't think it's an issue. I mean,
I
can get anything I want from the App Store.
Right. So what does it matter? I think it's someone who wants to make a little bit of money and not just Apple, because Apple makes quite a bit of money. They said 10 to 30% of when someone's selling apps or on there,
right,
they have to pay. So that's part of, I think, what it is. Someone's wants to get a piece of that pie. So
yeah, that's probably what it is. I mean, they supply all of this, to happen basically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's quite interesting. Let's see, what else do we got? The cruise ship, really interesting on the cruise ship.
Use the right lane to take the exit toward.
The cruise ship, I was very impressed with the ability of Starlink on the ship. It was fast. I mean, super fast. And we were on the Carnival Jubilee, brand new ship. Carnival really decided basically to kind of only give you certain things you can do with it. And you couldn't get more than one account. So get one account per person. I couldn't have another account for like my laptop, so I'd have to switch back and forth. Wi-Fi calling, and you can go read their terms and conditions on that, not available. So I couldn't receive phone calls. I was very disappointed about that. I thought I was going to be able to work aboard the ship. My wife and I both work all the time. We take our vacations that way. We're fine with it. It doesn't matter to us. And so we weren't able to use Wi-Fi calling. I was quite a bit upset about that. On Royal Caribbean, I was able to do that through Starlink on the Alaskan cruise I took 6-8 months ago. Something like
weird.
That.
So why they're suppressing the internet on that?
I really don't know the answer. The only thing I can think of is kind of like the food. From the first time I took a cruise, not trying to put anybody down on Carnival. There was a wonderful ship, great cruise. It's just there was a few things I wish they would have had a little better, like the food quality. Since they decided to open restaurants on the cruise ship, seems like it's just not as great as it used to be.
So when you say that, you just told me this. I didn't realize this, because when we went, there wasn't like this.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have restaurants that you have to buy your food.
Yes.
So a lot of the food's free still.
Yeah.
But there are restaurants that you can go and you have to pay for it, which is kind of like, if you haven't taken a cruise lately, any of you, that's a new feature that they have. It's kind of strange.
Yeah. Now, the restaurants are good.
Yeah.
I didn't go on to any of them on this cruise because we tried all the free stuff. And that was absolutely, some of it was pretty good. Some of it was really, really good. And I'll tell you which ones, give you a little hint. And then we got a YouTube video I'm going to put out on kind of a walkthrough of the ship and what was good, what was bad. Nothing really bad. It was awesome. It's a brand new ship. They did an excellent job. It's beautiful. I mean, highly recommend. If you get a chance to get on that ship, do it. It's worthwhile. But these are kind of tips. So it's just a matter of finding what is the best food to eat at the dining room. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. We ate there almost every night, unless we went to the Italian restaurant, or which I can't remember the name of that one, which was a little different. And I didn't care for the lasagna, but it wasn't traditional lasagna. Then we went to Chibang, which was a Mexican-infused Chinese restaurant. It was pretty good. We enjoyed it. But Guy's Burgers that was aboard, it was absolutely fantastic.
As Guy Ferreira?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah,
Oh.
he has Guy's Burgers aboard.
Oh, wow.
And it's an outdoor on deck 17 in the back of the ship. And it was absolutely one of the best hamburgers I've ever had.
Wow.
I mean, I probably had 3 of them at least the whole time.
Yeah.
It was good. And then Shaq's Big Chicken was very, very good. Had a chicken sandwich. And my wife and I shared I think we shared with somebody or ourselves chicken strips. They were great. Absolutely great. Condiments, the add-ons were great. If you're going to go to Guy's Burgers, make sure you ask for an onion ring. They give you a couple that can go on the sandwich. If you don't pick the right sandwich that comes with the onion ring on it, you can get them separately. That's an insider tip right there.
Nice.
But yeah, it was good. But the internet was very, very difficult to manage, and it was spotty. The equipment on the ship was good equipment. Overall, I'm going to give it 90%.
Yeah.
Maybe 95. It's difficult to do all of that.
Right.
And of course, if you go on land, you're really going to need to double check and see ahead of time what can you do. Like I have T-Mobile, so I called my rep. It's a business account. Said, hey, I need the plan so I can be out of the country because we were in Roatan. It was going to cost a lot. So he added the plan to our account for my wife and I, and we were able to make phone calls there. Once we got into Mexico, that's included, so that was no problem. In Costa Maya and Cozumel, absolutely no problem. Technology worked great there. Out at sea was kind of difficult. But overall, it was good. We enjoyed it. The ship, as it goes for the technology, come see the video I'm going to put together on that, the walkthrough, and I'll show you some of the cool technology that's there.
I haven't seen
It
that video
is
yet.
interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Cool.
Yep.
Can't wait for that.
So, anything else?
I don't think so.
On that note, we'll see you the next time.
See ya.
Now what do we do?
Push stop.
Push stop? Is that what we do?
Well, I don't know. It keeps recording.
What?
Is it still recording?
Is it recording? I can't tell.